Microphone.
This one's working. Okay, Mr. Chairman, between Republican-led committees, there have been numerous hearings on the topic of Hillary Clinton's emails. Hillary Clinton has been the gift that Republicans can't get enough of. The American people will recall that during the run-up to the 2016 presidential election, House Republicans held numerous hearings about then-presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. We remember what House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy admitted when he told a reporter, quote, "Everybody thought Hillary Clinton was unbeatable, right? But we put together a Benghazi special committee, a select committee. What are her numbers today? Her numbers are dropping. Why? Because she's untrustable," end quote. Well, Mr. Chairman, the day finds us again mired in another hearing about Hillary Clinton's emails, and instead of holding hearings to muck up Hillary Clinton, today we're holding this hearing hoping that the American people are distracted from important issues of today. As chants of "lock her up" fade from our memories, our consciences are being disturbed as we hear the ProPublica footage of the little children crying, "I want my mama, I want my daddy." As I prepared for this hearing last night, all I could hear were the cries of those children being held in private for-profit jails, crying out for the parents. Mr. Chairman, I think we should have hearings about how the Trump administration is deporting their parents as those children remain wards of this country. And we also can be looking into issues like what was reported last week, the New York Attorney General's investigation and criminal referral to the Department of Justice. The same day that the OIG report came out, New York Attorney General, his office, or her office, sued Donald Trump, his children, and the Trump administration with alarming allegations about flagrant violations of the law and potentially criminal acts. The New York Attorney General found, and I quote, "In sum, the investigation revealed that the foundation was little more than a checkbook for payments to nonprofits from Mr. Trump or the Trump Organization. This resulted in multiple violations of state and federal law because payments were made using foundation money regardless of the purpose of the payment. Mr. Trump used charitable assets to pay off the legal obligations of entities he controlled, to promote Trump hotels, to purchase personal items, and to support his presidential election campaign. The complaint included images of emails from campaign staff such as Corey Lewandowski directing political spending out of the foundation's accounts. It included a note clearly in the president's own handwriting directing foundation money to be used to settle a lawsuit against Mar-a-Lago, his country club estate for the ultra-rich. This is simply stunning. The New York Attorney General alleged that there were, quote, multiple violations of state and federal law, end quote. The New York Attorney General sent an official criminal referral letter to the IRS and also to the Federal Election Commission to investigate tax and election law violations. The letter to the FEC copied an official from the Public Integrity Section of the Criminal Division of the Department of Justice. Now more than ever, we need strong and independent oversight to ensure that federal law enforcement and prosecutors can do their job free of political pressure. Based on the President's past statements and actions, I have serious concerns that he or his political allies will attempt to make this new potential criminal case go away. And so I think we will once again need to rely on your office, Mr. Horowitz, for that oversight. Can you commit to us here today that your office will look into this criminal referral to ensure that there is no improper outside influence or inside influence, for that matter, including any attempts from the President or his staff to shut down an investigation into the conduct of the President or his family?
So certainly matters that are within our jurisdiction and our authority, we're prepared to conduct appropriate oversight on. There are some things that will be within our jurisdiction, some things that are not within our jurisdiction, and I think it really depends ultimately on what comes to us in terms of a referral or not, if and when one does come. So that's what I can tell you on a hypothetical, but that is why we're here as Inspector General Office, and if it's within our jurisdiction, we will obviously take any referrals and look at it carefully.
I thank you for your exhaustive investigation in this report. I think you've done a great job, and I thank you. And with that, I yield back.
Gentleman from Georgia yields back. The gentleman from Kentucky is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Horowitz, did Lisa Page work on